Hi, I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of two Joy Sunday stamped cross-stitch kits, as you can see in the image here on the screen. I have had these cross-stitch kits in my stash for quite a while, so several years. So if I was able to find a link for any design, I will notate it on the introduction of each particular canvas. So I just would like to welcome back any of my subscribers to another review today. I really appreciate you guys coming and checking in and watching this review. If you're not a subscriber and this is the type of content that you like, go ahead and click that subscribe button as I post multiple reviews a week. I do stitch with me's as well as ASMR videos and tranquil stitching videos as well. Lastly, I do have a Facebook group, so if you like to submit videos or just to chit chat about anything stitchy, you're more than welcome to head on over to our Facebook group and join us over there. I do have a link in my description for that as well. It is Stitching with Steph. You just answer a few questions, and I'll be more than happy to admit you into the group. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. And again, if this is the type of content that you like and you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. First up for our Joy Sunday reviews, as you can see here, is a cute little skull. It is a 14 count, 22 by 30 centimeters. It consists of 10 colors. And then this particular canvas is from my stash, as I stated at the beginning of our video. So I do not have a link for the design at all. I did try looking for one, but I just have not been able to find one. I'm so sorry about that. But if you want, you can try to look a little bit deeper maybe, or try to find one for yourself. If I come across the image on any websites, I'll definitely edit this video in the future. But as of today, when this video is posted on the 4th, I do not have a link in this video. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and dive into this review. So we're back for another review this week. So our first up for this video is this Joy Sunday Skull Stamped Cross Stitch Kit. I have particularly liked this design. I like sugar skulls and stuff like that, so that's why I picked out this design. As you can see here, it's true typical Joy Sunday fashion, where it is in that resealable bag. Instructions on the back in case you do need them. Okay. And as always, that little breathing hole down here in the bottom. So I'm going to mute you real fast so I can go ahead and open this up and take out the contents. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, any reviews that I do, regardless of how old the canvas is, it's essentially a surprise to me too. So this particular canvas came out of my stash that I've had for a couple of years. So I typically will check to see on the outside if there's water damage or if like these look water damaged, but I don't even know what this looks like on the inside. The intro card before this video will give all the specs after I reviewed it, of course, naturally, of like the color count and everything. So here is the first page. It's just a standard piece of paper. It's like a 8 by 11 regular paper is the best way to explain it. Some people use them to write on, take notes on. If you're not a digital person, I have Google Docs. For me, I have a spreadsheet for mine. We have, it looks like the paper pattern, threads, and a canvas here. So let's go ahead and look at everything we have here. So here is the paper pattern. And from the way the pattern looks, it looks like that it's a partial. So how I can tell by just looking at this without even looking at the canvas is all this white part here is no stitching. The stitching is just this here. I love it when the paper pattern depicts the color of the actual image, if you could see there. I love it when you can see the colors on the sheet. So, you know, it's nice and clear. Again, so let's see, this one is a 14 count. There is, if I was able to find a link for this for you guys, it would be in the introduction card. I won't know if I'll be able to find this because I've had these, what, I've had a lot of my stuff in my stash anywhere from 1 years to like 4 years. So it just depends on if I'm able to find it or not. It is all full stitch and only has 10 colors. So let's go ahead and take a look at the canvas real fast because it's not very big. It's only 22 by 30 centimeters, and it showed that, oh, there you go. So here is the canvas. All the colors, or all the symbols on the bottom are nice and clear. There's those 10 symbols. It is 96 by 128 stitches. So it's not very big, and a good chunk of that is one solid color. So this should be, I might put this into my new stitch rotation. What I do is, like, if it's something that I know that I'm going to want to start in the next several months, I'll just throw it into like a rotation for me. And there's really no small symbols except for like this one here. Let me see if we can, we'll go ahead and right there, and let me do, so there's those symbols, as you can see, nice and clear. And again, let's see here, nice and clear. And I like it when you can see the symbols clearly printed inside of the squares. So that's always nice. I feel like this particular one will be fairly quick stitch because of all the color blocking. In true Joy Sunday fashion, it is serged all around the edges. As you can see, serged all around the edges. I haven't come across a Joy Sunday that isn't serged. I think people that make stamped cross stitch, not even just stamps, just cross stitch kits in general, highly underestimate the value of a good serged edge for us stitchers. So honestly, this would be one that I'm going to probably stick into my new starts for this year. Like I said, I have a spreadsheet that I throw everything into for this, but I can't wait to see this come to life. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to get the threads started. I'm going to get those out and separated and set up, and then we will go over each individual color for this particular canvas. Next up is all of our threads. And again, there's only 10 for this particular canvas just because it's a smaller canvas and it doesn't require very much. It does come with these 2 needles. I'm just going to take these off and put them over in my pile to put away. And then we'll go over all the colors together. I like doing close-ups so you guys can see the quality of the threads. Oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. So this is color 1, which is DMC 347. Okay. And this one does appear to be maybe a little bit fuzzy, but not super. Number 2 is 598. This is the majority of the skull, as you can tell. Number 3 is 606. Number 4 is 817. Number 5 is, let's see, 939, which is a dark navy blue. They use this in lieu of black most of the times. Number 6 is 988. Number 7 is 3806. Number 8 is 3821. Number 9 is 3826. And number 10 is 3865. So here are all those colors together. I think they're really pretty. They're pretty neutral. I would say that it would be When you're stitching on this, it's going to be pretty neutral except for this color here, which is the primary of the skull. And then let's take a look at the pattern. The rose is going to be the circle and the slits. So let's see, circle is number 4. So this one here, so it's going to be these two colors here. 3 and 4 is going to be the rose on the head. Let's see. 10. Yellow is number 7. This is going to be the outline of the lips, so the yellow part and the nose. So I think it's going to be a really pretty stitch. So let me go ahead and get this one put away, and then we'll dive into the next review we have. Next up on this review, it is another Joy Sunday canvas. It is called The World of Wales. It is a 14 count. It is 35 by 26 centimeters. It consists of 15 colors, and I was able to find a link in online for it, so that is down in the description box for you. So let's go ahead and dive into this review, The World of Wales. All right, next is this adorable whale. So who doesn't think this is absolutely cute? So I got this because of the lighthouse, and I love whales. Lighthouses remind me of my dad. And from the design of it, it looked like that it wasn't a um, full canvas. So it feels pretty light. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm going to mute you and then take everything out so that way we don't hear the crinkling of the bags. And then we'll go over the contents of inside the bags. So true Sunday, Joy Sunday fashion, resealable bag, instructions on the back. I know that every Joy Sunday that I've ever come across has come in bags, but I have seen other people review where they have gotten Joy Sunday projects and they were not in bags. So I'm just going to mute you real fast, and then we will go ahead and take everything out of this package. All right, so included in our package is always going to be that cover sheet that shows through that window, okay? Next is the actual paper pattern. So it looks like it comes in 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So threads, needle, and the canvas. So let's go ahead and review the paper pattern real fast. I like just looking at the paper pattern for the detail. It looks like there is some back stitching on this just by looking at it. And we are correct that this is a partial pattern. As you can see, there is some back stitching here. And then the colors are depicted again on this paper pattern compared to the actual symbols. And then if you're new to Joy Sunday or cross stitching at all, know that these symbols will not match what is on the canvas. So if you're needing to get clarification of what a symbol is, so say symbol 15, you're going to look for E on this particular canvas. So E and then E, right? Versus it might be something completely different on the canvas. So this is like, it reminds me of magazine paper. So if you're going to use anything, if you're going to use the paper pattern, say your canvas came damaged or anything like that, you're going to want to use a ballpoint pen on this because pencil's not going to work. Sharpie might, but it might dry it out, if you know what I mean. Okay, so there's the paper pattern. And canvas and threads. It looks like I just picked 2 smaller ones again this week. Oof. There's those. All right, so here is the canvas. So it is 154 stitches by 105 stitches. It has all the symbols across the bottom, and then one back stitch, which looks like color 310. So what I'm going to do is I always check the edges here to make sure. I just did it last time on the last video pretty quickly, but I just check to make sure that it's lined up properly. And by that, what I mean is, here, let me zoom in and I'll kind of show you. Oop, I went a little too far. Sorry, guys. So here, if you pay attention, you can see that where it lines up, right? Like you see how it's consistently between those two circles, right? So for me, that's what I'm looking at. Let's go ahead and look at the clarity of the symbols. So it looks like there's a lot of solid stitching, but let's look at the symbols. I like checking the symbols for things. Okay, this side has most of the symbols. So let's look at all the symbols. Nice and clear symbols, all printed within the squares, which is very important when you're trying to stitch late in the evening. And it looks like there's going to be back stitching all the way around to define the whale is what it looks like. So over here to define the lighthouse and the rocks and then the whale itself. Okay. So this is a cute little project, to be honest. I think it's something that once I get some of my bigger projects done, I wouldn't mind doing this one into my rotation. I feel like it's small. I feel like it's not something that you're going to have to commit to over several months. You could just probably work over this like maybe on your weekends or something and knock this bad boy out. But all the edges are, again, serged. Never have had a Joy Sunday where it wasn't serged. Their Aida is actually very pliable. Like even if it's stiff, like you can still like crunch it down to get it soft. Hardly do you get a lot of bleed through. I always like looking for how saturated it is on the backside because sometimes that will tell me if I have bleeding in the front onto other boxes as well. So that's the canvas for this cute little whale and lighthouse. Let me go ahead and get the threads started and we'll go over the thread colors and the quality of the threads that were included in this kit. All right, and so here it is. It's mostly blues. Does come with those needles again. You will always get needles no matter what in a Joy Sunday kit. I would be honest with you. I've never seen like one of those full kits ever come with a Joy Sunday where it has the thimble and the poofy and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for us and then we will go over the colors here. Oop. Sorry guys, I had to like manually do my focus. Alrighty, so here we go. Color number 1 is 155, and it's this pretty purple color. Color number 2 is black 310. Color number 3 is 333. Number 4 is 341. And as you can see, they're not very pilly or fuzzy. I'm sorry if you can hear my kid screaming in the background. He is playing a video game with his friends. Number 5 is 414. Number 6 is, let's see, sorry guys, I had to adjust my mic because I'm a little bit closer to my camera. Number 6 is 415. Number 7 is 797. Number 8 is 813. Number 9 is 820, and it's a purple. It's a pretty like ocean blue color. Number 10 is 939. Number 11 is 3799. Number 12 is 3810. Number 13 is 3848. Number 14 is 5200. And now this one here, it says ECRU. So I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to actually pause you for a minute to look that up to see what that means, and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, I looked it up for us. So ECRU, because I had to figure it out because it's not used in many cross stitch colors, as you can see here. What it is essentially it comes from a French word of meaning like undyed and or like unprocessed. So apparently when you pick cotton from like the fields and you don't like bleach it, right? So if it gets bleached, it's more like this color. But if it comes unprocessed, it's more along this color. So apparently the ECRU isn't used in very many patterns, which is probably why I've never seen it. So there's your little history lesson on DMC. All right, so let's go ahead and put this kit away, and then I'll finish up this video for today. Just hang around till the end so we can go over a few things. All right, friends, that concludes our review for today of those two Joy Sunday stamped cross-stitch kits. If you like this particular review, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you stood all the way till the end, regardless if you're a subscriber or not a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. If you're not a subscriber and you like this type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I load multiple videos per week to this channel. You can follow me on other social media accounts. I do have a TikTok and an Instagram, as well as that Facebook account that I mentioned earlier. Under my TikTok and my Instagram, my handler is stitching_with_Steph. And then that Facebook group is Stitching with Steph, and that link is in the description box. Thank you for coming along with this review today. I hope to see you either in another review or another stitch with me. Have a good day, guys. Bye.